Hey everybody, welcome back to the EQN Sports Test, all driven by Holiday Auto Group and our continuing coverage here at the NRCHA Snaffle Futurity. Jeremy Barwick, it's kind of fitting where we're sitting right now, is it not?
Yeah, we're in the cell ring here at the Will Rogers Coliseum. This is a pretty special place here.
It is a special place, isn't it? I mean,
it is. There's been a lot of horses sold through this cell ring. Obviously, we've moved across the street now into the Watt just because it's a little better seating for everyone. We can fit everybody in. You know, in here you're pretty packed, and over there we got a lot more room.
Yeah. Man, with everything that's going on here at the Coliseum and everything changed, they've had to audible a few things here for the Snaffle bit, but I think, man, really trying to accommodate everybody. I think it's going to be a great week. Your sale, we go into the Snaffle bit finals on Saturday night. Like, we got a couple big 3 days coming up here in front of us.
Yeah, you know, I think the association's done a great job accommodating everyone because obviously it's a lot going on with all the construction going on here, but they've made it work where it's really not a problem for anyone.
Yeah. Well, man, I tell you what, one thing that we do when we're sitting up here at the desk is we go back. If we look, we'll get to the horse industry today because it's pretty unbelievable, and you've been so instrumental in that. But I want to take everybody back and get your backstory before all of the sales. Like, talk to me about where you come from and then how you even decided to get in and start doing what you're doing today. Take us back 15, 20 years, however far back you think's relevant.
You know, so I grew up in South Georgia, and my grandparents had horses, so we always had horses growing up. Started riding cutters. Well, started out we had pleasure horses, reining horses. We rode a little bit of everything, and then kind of got more into the cutting, and then went to work for a lady there in South Georgia. Then we ended up moving to Florida. Then I moved to Texas about 25 years ago now, training horses, and had some success at doing that, but I always loved the sales. I mean, that was just my passion. I mean, I could go to a Friday night sale. I just loved horse sales. So I was just thinking one day, I'm like, man, you know, I can't train horses forever. I wanted to do something a little different that I could do for a long time. So I approached Ben Emerson about buying Western Bloodstock, and it all worked out and got it bought. And
What year was that, Jeremy?
So that was 2013.
Yeah.
And then, so I've had it since then. And then 4 years ago, I bought Triangle Sales from Jim Ware. So we've added that to it. So it's, you know, the sale business is fun for me, and it ties right into the breeding operation that we already had.
Sure.
So you get a lot of contacts there, so you can help people in a lot of different avenues.
So you're, like, when growing up, were you at the sale barn all the time? Like, was it just kind of one of those deals, or?
You know, literally when we were growing up, there was a Friday night horse sale in Hazelhurst, Georgia, that we'd go to nearly every Friday night.
Really? So it was something you grew up doing?
Yeah, I just love the horse sales, but we literally would go nearly every Friday night.
Yeah. Are you an auctioneer yourself?
I'm not. I actually went to auctioneer school.
Oh, you did?
But I don't do it, no.
Yeah. Where'd you go to auction school, just out of curiosity?
In Missouri.
Oh, you did? Yeah.
Yeah, long time ago. I was 20 years old.
Yeah.
But
Missouri's always had one of the greatest auction schools there is.
Yeah, I'm not as good at fast talking as those other guys, so I'd rather be on the management side of it.
Absolutely. So when you were training horses down here and, of course, doing the breeding program, I guess that's going to bring us right up to today. Man, the horse industry, what it's done, and, you know, it's what do they say? It's an overnight success that took 20 years. You know what I mean? Like, this industry right now is on fire.
You know, it was crazy, and I think there was a couple of factors. You know, I think COVID played a part in it. I think Yellowstone played a huge part in it. But then, you know, in the cow horse world, the horses we raise, they're used for so many different disciplines. You know, they're not just cow horses or just cutters or just rope horses. They can do all the events. So I think that's what helps our market stay so strong, is we have such a huge group of people that can buy our horses and use them for their discipline.
Sure. Well, that's so important. I mean, everybody that we've had up here talking about you know my background. I'm on that team roping side of things. And so now with the Futurities coming in, and they've gotten so strong over the last handful of years, and then you bring in NRCHA, and then you start looking at these crosses. I mean, this conversation is probably getting tired for those that have been watching because I've brought it up about every time, but it's true, the crossover that we're seeing right now, and that the ropers are looking for what we have in this cow horse deal. They're looking, I mean, the mare power right now, we got to bring that up a lot. I mean, that has changed on that rope horse side of it. And in here, I don't know if we've paid attention to the mares as much as we have just here in the last year or two.
And the mares are so important, and now there's so many people showing the mares. Used to rope horses were just geldings.
Yeah.
But now they're looking for mares because they want to get that record on them and raise more. So the mares are extremely important in this business.
What are you seeing? Like take the last 5 or 10 years from a 30,000 foot business view that you have had, and what have you seen in the industry? What trends? Like, what are you seeing when you're putting the sales together? I worked for Bill and Jan for a long time up at Billings, and you see trends in horses, especially when you're selling them. What trends? What have you seen kind of transpire over the last since you bought the sale and coming up here recently? What trends are you seeing in the industry?
Something that I think is real interesting is forever you could buy a 2-year-old cheaper than you could buy a yearling. And now and it needed to. It's turned around to where now those 2-year-olds are actually bringing what they need to bring.
Gotcha.
Forever, I mean, you could be in this arena right here and buy a yearling for $100,000. Well, you go across the street for the 2-year-old sales and buy one that's already had a year's training for $50,000. Well, now that's flip-flopped.
It is.
And the yearlings are still bringing great money.
Why was that?
I think people like to buy blue sky. Like, they like to buy the dream. But now they can realize that dream faster if they'll buy a 2-year-old that's already there, because then the next year they start showing it.
Sure.
And so I think people like that, being able to realize their profits a lot sooner.
Sure.
Like they can go straight to the show pen the next year. And so that's changed the last couple of years, and it needed to change, and I'm glad it did.
It only kind of makes sense, doesn't it?
It always
isn't that like the biggest common sense deal in the world? Like, hey, this 2-year-old's looking good.
It always amazed me though that the yearlings would bring more than the 2-year-olds. But the last few years, I mean, you've seen some of their sales. I mean, we've sold $1 million 2-year-olds.
Yeah.
And you bring a good one in there, and it'll bring 200 to 500 pretty easy.
Yeah.
And that's good. That's what it needed to be. It needed to be where those 2-year-olds brought a lot more money, and that gave those guys that specialize in training 2-year-olds that gave them a place to really make a living now.
What have you seen? The cut and horse futurities, all those big futurities for years. I mean, that's where we would go and ring the bell. The cow horse side of it, and what we're seeing with the cow horse and these horses that can cross over into the roping and stuff, like it's that side of it is getting there and has gotten there relatively fast when it comes to dollars and these horse sales, don't you think? I mean, that's changed a bunch.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think the price of horses all correlates right back to how much that horse can win. Mm-hmm. And if you look at the payouts and the cutting, the cow horse, the roping events, they can win so much more now. So when you can win that much more, you can justify paying more. I was looking back earlier in 2017, I think it was, the yearlings here averaged 12,000. Last year they averaged 32,000.
You're kidding me.
So it's steadily every year jumped up. We've not had a year yet that it's decreased. It's gone up every single year.
Are your buyers changing, Jeremy? Like, who's buying these horses? Are we getting, because of the Yellowstone effect and those other things, are you seeing new buyers coming in more and more? I mean, of course, there's always going to be new buyers, but has there been an influx, or what does that look like?
Oh, yeah. If you'll look back the last 3 years worth of sales, and I look at it every sale, you look back 30 to 40% of your buyers will be first-time buyers.
30 to 40%?
You get a lot of first-time buyers. Even just here a few weeks ago at the Teton sale, we had a lot of first-time buyers.
At the Teton sale?
Yes.
Wow.
So that's good, and that's good because you always want new people coming in.
Sure.
We can't have the same people here forever.
Yeah.
So we have to constantly have a new group coming in.
Yeah.
And we've been able to do that. And I think Yellowstone, COVID, whatever we want to call it, all that helped. Yeah. And then I think the purses. I mean, purses bring people in.
Sure.
People like to see people win money. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like watching a car race. People go there to watch a wreck.
Yeah.
They come to a cutting or a cow horse or a roping to watch somebody win a lot of money. And so that draws people in.
How excited are these people that come in? Like let's go ahead and go back, a couple Mondays ago to that Teton sale. The guys and gals in these ranches that purchase these high-profile horses, what are those conversations like in the back room? Like, how excited are they to be in the industry in a position with horses like that?
They're super excited to be able to buy those kind of horses. and get involved in these different sports. I mean, they're super, super excited, and you want to see that. You want to see those new people in. You want them to be excited. You want them to come in and spend money, have fun. It's all about having fun. So we got to make sure these guys have fun when they come in. They got to enjoy it.
Yeah.
They'll stay for a long time if they enjoy it.
So